Yo, what's going on guys? Impulse here and welcome back to another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. In today's battle I'm going to be battling MasterRalts, aka Heroic Gamer, aka a lot of stuff from Pokemina. So I'm sure some of you guys know who he is. He's been around for a while and I've known him for quite a while as well. So this was actually both of our first games using bank stuff. Yeah, that's right. So figured I'd throw together a team, he threw together his, and we were going to roll straight into it. As you can see, I have got a Smogon, a Tornadus, a Landorus, Chansey, Gengar, and Mew. So lots of dirty, powerful stuff. And my opponent has got Victini, Greninja, Weavile, Skarmory, Tapu Koko, and Landorus. So again, a lot of dirty OU stuff. I won't lie to you guys from the start, this battle had so much HAX in it, it's untrue. One of the worst games I've had for HAX. So I decided to upload it anyway, just to showcase how funny and how bad it was. With that said, I hope you enjoy the battle and let's get into it. So I am challenged by Pokemon trainer Zach, aka Ralts. And I'm going to lead out with Smogon, and he's going to lead out with his Victini. So I saw Victini and I instantly thought special. So I completely forgot about the U-turn and I went for a Spore. Because I did that, he's able to bring in Tapu Koko and ignore that completely with the electric terrain. So as soon as I saw U-turn, I was like, oh my god. And I realised what kind of mess up I'd done, and it wasn't a first great turn. So I have to switch out here and I go out into Landorus, figuring that I'll be fine. I get the Intimidate off on it in case it's a physical one, and we see that it is, and it goes for a U-turn, so we can see that his team revolves around Pivot. So I know that I need to get those Stealth Rocks up to slow that down a bit. He switches out and he goes into his Weavile. I've got a Choice Scarf and I'm Adamant Nature, so I know that I should be able to take this out with ease, providing it's not got a Focus Sash. I go for the Rock Slide and it lives! It lives! It's not got a Focus Sash and it goes for an Icicle Crash. I did the calc after, and as you can see on the screen, it had a 1.8% chance to live. So I got the minnest of the min roll, and that literally swung the tide of this battle. With that in play, I decide to go out into Tornadus, and my opponent goes out into his Victini. I know that he's probably faster, but I have got the Assault Vest, so I figured I'd be able to take a hit. So we take the hit nicely considering he's got the terrain up, and I go for the knockoff. Knockoff's going to do some good damage, and it's going to knock off his Choice Scarf, so he's no longer faster than us. I expected him to switch out, but he decides to just fodder it, meaning that I could have got a potential KO there, but I didn't, because my opponent didn't want to do that. I go out into Chansey figuring it's the best thing that can take any attack what he wants to throw, and he reveals that he's actually mixed, and he gets the Zen Headbutt off. So now I'm going to have to play silly games trying to slow him down as he goes for V-Create. V-Create is going to do so much damage, it is not even funny. So after his drops, I go for a Toxic, and of course I miss because the RNG doesn't like me very much. He's going to land his Zen Headbutt, and that is going to take out Chansey nice and quickly. So I look at my team and I decide I'll go out into Tornadus once again. And I wasn't sure if he wanted to keep it for later or not. And he does, he decides he wants to switch out. So he goes out into his Landorus to get the Intimidate on us. I go for the knockoff again just to see what I can do. I get a crit, but it's a pointless one since I've got like next to no attack investment anyway. And we knock off Rocky Helmet, which means I'm going to take some beats. Figuring I could use some HP, I decide to go for a U-turn. I'm going to switch out and get the regenerator going, and I'm going to fodder off Smogon. My opponent actually goes for a Stealth Rock, so it's not too bad. It means I get to do something this turn. So I'm going to throw up a sticky web, figuring that it was too risky to go for the spore again, and my opponent's going to finish off Smogon by using an earthquake. Smogon goes down, and I'm looking to see what I want to do next. I decide that the best option is to go into Mew. Mew's going to take some damage from the stealth rocks, and then I am going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I cripple this thing severely with Will-O-Wisp, and it means that I don't have to fear the knockoff anymore. Obviously it gets rid of the leftovers, but that's not too big of an issue. And now he's going to take some residual damage from burn. Figuring I've got nothing better to do at this point, I go for the knockoff again. But he goes for a U-turn, he's slower than us, and he's going to be able to get some momentum. So he brings out his Greninja. Greninja's going to get caught in the sticky web and have its speed lowered slightly. And I don't want to stick around to stay in for this thing, so I'm going to go out, and I go out into Tornadus. Tornadus is going to take some damage from the stones, and then we're going to take a Dark Pulse. Thankfully I survive, and I figured that I'd be able to get some nice damage off. But my opponent switches out, and he goes out into his Skarmory. We always knew that were a thing, so I go for the Hurricane, but of course I miss, because HAX. But of course I missed, because my luck. So I've got to switch out to get the regenerator going once again, and I bring in Mew. My opponent goes for a Brave Bird. Brave Bird's going to do a nice amount of damage, and it's going to take some recoil itself. He's going to make a withdraw, and he goes out into his Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko sets up its terrain, and it's going to have its speed lowered again as before. Of course I'm going to take the opportunity to use a soft boiled, getting my HP back up. I go for a second one because I'm not sure how much this Tapu Koko is going to do to me, so I decide that I want to scout it out. He goes through a Thunderbolt in the terrain, and of course he gets a crit. So I'm going to have to go for another one and try and do this again just to scout out how much it's going to do. Unfortunately it doesn't recover as much as I need it to, and Tapu Koko's Thunderbolt is going to put in some work. Leaves me on 3 HP, meaning that there's no way that I can survive another one, and I'm going to have to just do something. So I decide to go for the knockoff, get rid of a Zap Plate, and go down to the Thunderbolt. Of course he gets another crit, not that it mattered while I was on 3 HP, but just a matter of principle. So I'm going to bring in Gengar, and going to take some damage. There's no way I'm faster than this thing, but for some reason he switches out, I guess figuring that I might be choice itemed, and he goes into his Steel Bird. I make the obvious play and go for a Sludge Bomb. I almost went for Thunderbolt, and that would have obviously annihilated Skarmory. But because I didn't, it leaves it on very low HP. He goes for his Defog, and that's going to get rid of all the crap on the field. Oh yeah, of course, that's why he switched out, because of the sticky webs. Skarmory's going to go down. And next out is his Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko now outspeeds me because of the Skarmory living, which is my own fault, I suppose. And he's going to go for his Thunderbolt. He's going to take me out, and Curse Body's going to activate. Figuring I've got nothing better to do, I go for the hurricane. Maybe I'll get the confuse off and maybe it'll stall him out for a little bit and I'll be able to do something. But of course it misses again, and that is going to be the game. It just shows you that HAX can really turn the tide in a battle. When 20 and 30% chances happen almost every other turn, it kind of starts weighing down on the battle and it gets a little annoying. And I know there's some guys out there who are like, but Impulse, HAX is a part of the game. It's the game we play. To you, my friend, I say, ignore! No, but seriously, all in good fun. GG Ralts, it was a cool game either way. If you want to battle again sometime, just let me know, and hopefully we won't have as much HAX as we did in this one. But anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this or learned something useful, don't forget to mash that like, share and subscribe buttons, and I will see you guys in the next video. Laters!